What's up, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram fam? It's your host with the most, the face that runs the place. The champ that runs the camp is back with another video. Before we get into the meat and potato of today's video, guys, please show my social media links some love. I'll leave them down in the description box below. Guys, today I want to get some footnotes and get some things out the way. Number one, as you can see, guys, I upgraded again. I got me a boom arm for my microphone. I love it. It looks pretty cool. It looks really more professional, if you ask me. Definitely want to put some money back into the channel because, as you already know, you have to put money into your business or your brand to grow it. So that's what we're doing here. We're watering our seeds and watching them grow here. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's video. Guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I was I guess you could say a black young nerdling when I was in high school, middle school. And I'm talking to my young nerd black brothers out there today, man, because I know things are rough for you guys in school. Now, it might not be as rough as it was for me, but let me just go through a couple of talking points with you guys today about that. When I was a young black nerd earlier in my earlier life, going through high school, I noticed certain things were harder for me. Being around other men of my color, an African-American male myself, being a black man, I noticed that certain brothers would not be able to communicate with me about certain things. Like, I didn't find enjoyment in talking about the latest rap songs that came. I didn't even know all of them or even the words to them. I didn't even know any of the artists or that many. I knew a few, but not that many. And I believe I at the time were like the guys that were big were like T.I., and that's about it. So I'll let you know. And there's other people, but like I'm just going off the cuff right now. And what I noticed is, as I wasn't able to socialize with my other black brothers, some of them would exile me. Some of them would pick on me. I'm not gonna lie, I did get bullied a little bit, but I got out of it because I started to hit the weights. I started to play football. That's a little bit later in the show. When it came to women, it was definitely harder dating because there's a lot of things that we can't relate to when it comes to being like a black male nerd at that age point, at that point in life, being in high school, middle school, and going through those transitional phases. For example, you can't talk to, and that's not all, but it was a good majority that I ran into, black girls I ran into. They weren't interested in like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball. There was a few, but it wasn't that many that weren't interested in that. And it's like the minute that they found out that I was into these things, they just would not date me. They would not talk to me. They would not give me the time of day. And, you know, that was pretty depressing. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I used to have people tell me, as a black man, as a brother, you know, the way I spoke or I speak now, it was very articulate to where they would say things like, you're talking very proper. You don't talk like you're black. You don't talk like you're from the hood. You don't talk like me. And because I was not talking like the majority of my brothers of the same skin complexion, they exiled me in certain social situations, certain social settings. And effectively or eventually I died a social death in some ways. I did have friends. I did have girlfriends, don't get me wrong, but it was never quality. Let's put it like that. Like I had friends that would talk to me for a few days, weeks, maybe months, and then they would just disappear. When it came to me dating, I would date, you know, certain girls, and things would go okay at the beginning, but then things would fizzle out. And I would be told things such as, well, you're just not hood enough. You're just not, you don't have that swag about yourself. And so when I started playing football, that all changed. That all changed for me. It seems like you have to become something in order for people to take notice to you. And I noticed when I started playing football, when I started working out, when I started, you know, going to social events, having the rub of being on a football team in my back pocket, people that wouldn't talk to me, men and women, would talk to me, would give me the time of day, would notice me, would acknowledge me. And I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel good. And then slowly but surely, I got out of liking the Pokemon, the Dragon Ball Z, the video games. Don't get me wrong, I still do these things and enjoy these things now. Not so much Pokemon, that's not really my bag. But like Dragon Ball, of course, all day. Video games, of course, all day. What I'm trying to say is, being that young black nerd, if you want to call it that, is pretty difficult when you're trying to communicate with other people from your same race or other black people in general. It's just hard. If they're not into the same things you're into, it's harder for you to connect base and communicate with them and to relate to them. It's harder. You know, I wasn't the type of guy, I wasn't brought up in an environment to where street cred or being the toughest dude on the block was looked at as a badge of honor. I was raised to where being an academic scholar was something that you want to strive for, because with knowledge comes power. And typically with power comes money. And my mindset was, hey, if I'm going to have a family one day, if I'm going to own a house one day, if I'm going to take care of my family and my house, I need to be successful enough to make the money to facilitate those things. And that's what my focus was. And my parents, they raised me. God bless them both. I'm so glad that I had the parents that I have, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have turned out the way that I turned out. But I said that to say, guys, being that black nerd, man, that guy that's just not like the rest, it's hard in your dating life, in your social life, when you're younger. Now, so not so much now. Now, the things that I used to be into when I was in high school, middle school, going into high school, are championed now. Playing video games, being really good at video games, gets you a lot of money, and that makes people respect you and want to be like you. Anime is so culturally accepted now, especially in the black community. It's insane. You see it in a lot of rap battles now. A lot of rap battle artists use certain lines from video games and anime in their bars, in their verses. So that just goes to show you that things change as time goes on. But I want to try and reach out to you guys and connect with you guys, fellas, especially my younger black brothers that do watch this. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Tell me what it was like for you in the comment section. If you experienced anything I've experienced. Same thing with the ladies as well. There's also, young black female nerds as well that go through the same thing. I want to hear from all of you guys. And anyone else that wants to chime in, and it's an open discussion here. But that's all I got for y'all this week. Just a couple updates. We're going to have guests soon, I promise you. I know I've been saying that for a while, guys, but Hurricane Ida just rolled her funky ass through here. She's out of here. She's out of here. She's over there. And now since she's over there, we can do things here. So we're going to have guests coming on real soon. We're going to be doing reaction videos. We're going to have debates. And I just want you guys to tune in and watch. Until then, I'll be back in the week with another video. Y'all have a good one.